What's going on, guys? So pretty much the general consensus online anymore is the Grand Theft Auto 4 co-op mods don't work, and they haven't worked since about 2024. And I'm going to show you that it does work, and I've been using it for about 2 weeks. No issues really, other than the random crashes, and some of the missions are a little confusing too to get with co-op. But everything here that you see, I'm going to have in the description. We're going to try to get through with this as fast as we can. Let's get going. Um, Watch how I can update it and it'll still work. I'm going to be using the Steam version, but my other computer has the Rockstar Launcher version, and everything is the same. So I imagine even if you have a disk, this will mostly be the same. So we're going to browse our files, go into the directory here, and I have all this stuff. So first things first, we'll have this retail folder. What you're just going to want to do is drag and drop that into your directory. Then we'll have the ZolikaPatch. Drag and drop everything into your directory. Then the ZMenu, same thing. Everything, drag and drop it into your directory. And if it asks to replace anything, just hit yes. Okay. And then that should be everything we need in the directory. So we'll close that. And that leaves us with no GTA chat box in the server. So we're going to go to, I'll have this link as well for this website. Both you or whoever's hosting the server and whoever's playing on that server, you guys are both going to download this. This is so you can launch GTA Connected. You'll both download that. So we're going to go ahead and quickly download that, and that's just going to bring us to a setup. So you just double click that, run the setup. It'll ask you if you want it to make a desktop shortcut, and to launch it, just hit yes. Or if you don't want a desktop shortcut, I would recommend putting it somewhere you know where it is. And it'll look like this. It'll probably look like this. So you're just going to go change it to Grand Theft Auto 4. Then I go up to Tools here, Game Settings. Make sure it says Grand Theft Auto 4. Make sure all these windows over here are the same. And then Game Path. Browse. Like I said, mine's on Steam. If you don't know where your game directory is, usually the launcher, like Steam or the Rockstar launcher or whatever, it'll show you where to get it. So, real quick, Grand Theft Auto 4, then click GTA 4 to get into the directory. And then the retail folder. This is the exe that you're going to want to click. You're not going to use the regular one. You're going to use this one in the retail folder. And then click open. And that's that for that. Now that should be set up. And now for whoever is hosting the server, you're going to want to follow this. The one that's not specified, this is 32-bit here. The one below it is Windows 64-bit. And these two are Linux. Mine is Windows, so I downloaded the Windows 64-bit. And you're going to get all this shit right here. So what I did was I made a folder on my desktop, and I called it GTA Connected Server right here. And I drag and dropped all this stuff into that server, or into that folder. So we're going to go into that folder, and where it says resources, there should be another folder in here, and it's going to be called free roam or free mode. Just go ahead and delete that, and then make a new folder and call it exactly as I have it here. No GTA chatbox.tar. No GTA chatbox.tar. And then that's where that WinRAR file is going to come into play. You'll have these two. You're just going to drag and drop those into that folder that you just made. Like this. Okay. That should be everything here. So then in this server folder, we're gonna go into this XML, update it with a notepad or whatever. This is where you're gonna make your server name and all the information for the server. So it's me and my fiance were playing, so this is what I named mine. Game. Make sure you have it like this, because it was trial and error for a few days trying to get this to go. So I don't really think this matters. It can say whatever, honestly. I made mine say story mode, true, max players 2, because I don't want a bunch of people joining. And I did that because a password wasn't working. And then I changed mine to 1.8. I don't think it matters. I'm not sure. These I left by default. I don't think I messed with anything down here. Here's another one you're going to want to do. The CVARs, however you say this. This is so the trainer works. Because if you don't add this line, you won't be able to use your trainer. Because it's something with GTA connected. So all you got to do is copy this whole line. You click copy. And then you hit enter. And then tab. And then you hit paste. And then change the civilians line to trainers. Just like I have it here. Then once that's done, you'll go down to the resources and change this. I can't remember if it says free mode or free roam. Just simply change that to that folder that we made, nogtachatbox.tar. And then file, save. And after you do that, your server should be ready. This is where I said that I was doing steps for like people that were doing it over the internet and not just LAN, because the other computer's right behind me, so we don't really need to port forward most of the time, but for some reason on this one we had to port forward. I'm not going to go into explaining how to do that. There's tons of videos out there. But you're going to want to port forward, and then after you have your port opened, that's when you're going to start your server. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. Alright, before we get started, one thing I'm going to show you is you're going to go into your command prompt, and then right here you're going to type in IP config, and then hit enter, and whatever pops up, you're going to want to download that IPv4 address. Remember that. Write it down or something, the IPv4, because that's what you're going to be using to connect to your server. At least that's what I do, the way that I have mine set up. Once you got your port forward, open your server, and if everything works correctly, it'll say server listing successfully added. So, move that to my other monitor. Then I'm going to open Grand Theft Auto connected, and then bam, there's your server. Just go ahead and launch that, and I'll see you when we're in the game. Alright, once you're in your game, make your settings how I have mine. Go ahead and start it. Alright, now I'm not sure if yours is going to be the same way, but mine, instead of putting me directly into the server, it puts me into like some kind of single player mode. So first things first, I'm going to show you what the host is going to do. So that IPv4 address that you copied earlier, go ahead and type in /connect Not sure what the fuck happened there. Space, and then put that IP address in, and then hit enter. Try that one more time. Oh, I forgot the slot. Alright, remember this is going to be what the host does. So once you get in the game, it'll put you in like a free mode lobby. For some reason it's taking forever. You know what? Because I have the actual host already connected. So anyway, what the host is going to do is once they're in free mode, they're going to go to F7, then they're going to go down to MP functions. You're going to use the numpad on the right to control your trainer menu. Let me run over here. Okay, you're going to go to game tweaks, and then there's a bunch of features in here that'll make it a little more enjoyable. So just remember, whatever you change in here as the host, you're also going to want to change as the player who joined. So change that, and then there's also custom syncs options. I always turn these on as well. So before you join, you're going to go into quick start from save game. As the host, you're going to want to click server side quick start. What that does is basically it loads the single player assets and shit. I don't know. It's what I could pull out of my ass. And then after that, you go to you do quick start, server side quick start, and then you hit escape, and then you click left arrow. It's important to click left arrow and not game, because you can see it doesn't pop up when you do it that way. So left arrow, hold on, left arrow, load. I don't have any on this one, but then you just load your save, and that'll basically load it into single player. And then once the host has done that, I'm gonna go do that on my other computer real fast. Alright, like I said before, I always have the host connect first, because I've had it crash and everything trying to do it at the same time. So now we're gonna play as the client. So the client's gonna join. Okay. Like I said before, you're gonna want to make those settings the same. Hold on a second. Okay, so hit F7. Go down to MP functions, game tweaks, single player co-op. I go down to this custom sync and I turn these on. And then single player features, and change these exactly how the host has theirs. Then once that's done, go back to MP functions, game tweaks, single player co-op, and then quick start from save game. I wish I could show you this, but my IP address is right in front of it, so I gotta block that. So just listen to what I'm saying. Quick start from save game, and then since we're the client, we're gonna do client side quick start, and then hit number 5, enter. It won't look like it's doing anything, but it is. So hit F7 again, and then we're gonna just simply connect to the server, just like the host did. that'll join. Might take a minute. Here we are in the apartment. There you are. Like, you can even hear their phone calls that they're getting. One more thing. I didn't do any of the options, so you're not going to see a lot of the features that you will have. Like, for instance, the minimap. If you do the single-player minimap, you'll see all their missions and the restaurants and everything. Like right here, this restaurant will open up. It's like a single-player game, really. But another thing you're going to want to remember, as the host, after you beat a mission, go to F7, go down to Options, Helpful, and then down to Save Menu. And just use this instead of going back to your apartment, just so you can hurry up, maybe beat a crash or something. That's what I always do. Seems to benefit me pretty well. And there you have it, guys. If you have any questions, go ahead and let me know in the comments. Hopefully this helps.